Hello everyone. Today I will tell you a story. The story is titled, Tama Watches the World Through the Window. Please like and subscribe to my channel if you appreciate me. You can skip this if you don't and oppose. Like this video. Thank you very much. The story begins as follows. Every morning, before the kettle finished its soft whistle and before the street fully woke up, Tama was already at his favorite place in the house, the window. It wasn't a big window or a fancy one. It was just a simple rectangle of glass beside the sofa, low enough for a small dog like Tama to rest his chin on the wooden edge. From there, the world arrived in pieces. Light, sound, movement, and stories that only a patient dog could truly notice. Tama was not a loud dog. He didn't bark at every passing motorbike or jump wildly when birds flew by. Instead, he watched. His tail wagged slowly, like a thoughtful clock ticking inside him. His ears tilted and adjusted, catching the rhythm of the street. Through the window, Tama learned the daily habits of humans and animals alike. There was the old woman who swept the sidewalk every morning at exactly the same pace, stopping once to stretch her back and smile at nothing in particular. Tama liked her. He always lifted one paw when she passed, as if waving hello. There was the delivery man who whistled badly but happily, and Tama would tilt his head, trying to understand why humans enjoyed such strange sounds. And then there were the cats. Oh, the cats, walking along the wall like royalty, pretending not to notice Tama's respectful gaze. Inside the house, life was calm. The floor was cool. The sofa smelled like home. Sometimes his humans sat beside him with a cup of coffee, sometimes too busy with a phone or laptop to notice Tama's quiet presence. But Tama didn't mind. Being close was enough. He believed that love did not always need touch. Sometimes it simply needed to exist in the same space. The window was Tama's classroom. From it, he learned patience. He learned that the world moves whether you chase it or not. He learned that every day looks similar, yet never feels the same. And most importantly, he learned that watching can be just as meaningful as doing. As days passed, Tama began to recognize patterns not just in humans, but in emotions. Through the window, he could sense when the world outside was happy or heavy. On sunny days, people walked faster, laughed louder, and the street smelled like warm dust and flowers. Tama's tail wagged more freely then. He felt lighter too, as if happiness could travel through glass. On rainy days, the window collected tiny drops that raced each other downward. Tama followed them with his eyes, choosing favorites, silently cheering for the fastest one. Outside, people hid under umbrellas, shoulders tight, faces serious. Tama rested his chin lower on the window frame during those times. He didn't feel sad, just thoughtful. One afternoon, a small boy stopped in front of the house. He pressed his face close to the window and stared at Tama with wide eyes. Tama didn't bark. He sat still. The boy smiled. Tama wagged once, slowly. That was enough. The boy laughed and ran back to his mother, carrying a happiness that Tama knew would last longer than that moment. Inside, Tama's human had bad days too. Tama noticed them not through the window, but through silence. On those days, the house felt heavier. Tama would still sit by the window, but he listened inwardly, waiting. When his human finally sat beside him and sighed, Tama gently leaned against their leg. No words, no demands, just warmth. Through the window, Tama also saw animals. Birds building nests, ants carrying crumbs, stray dogs wandering with hopeful eyes. He didn't judge them. He felt connected to them. In his quiet way, Tama believed all living things were part of one long story, each chapter small but important. Sometimes, when the sunset painted the street orange and pink, Tama's reflection appeared in the glass. He saw himself there, a small dog, gentle eyes, calm heart. He didn't know the word purpose, but he felt it. His purpose was to witness, to be present, and to love without conditions. As Tama continues to watch the world through the window, his simple habit quietly teaches us something important about modern life. In a time when humans are always rushing, scrolling, and chasing the next thing, Tama reminds us of the value of slowing down. He shows us that observing is not a waste of time, and that stillness can be powerful. Tama doesn't change the world outside the window, but he changes the feeling inside the home. His calm presence creates balance. From him, we can learn to listen more than we speak, to notice small details, and to respect the silent emotions of others. both humans and animals. Animals like Tama don't ask for much. They want safety, kindness, and connection. In return, they give us loyalty, emotional support, and lessons we often forget. To apply this in our daily lives, we can start small. Spend a few quiet minutes without distractions. Observe your surroundings. Be gentle with animals, understanding that they experience the world differently but feel just as deeply. Treat them as companions, not possessions. Tama teaches us that a good life is not always about doing more, but about caring more. And when humans and animals learn to coexist with patience and respect, the world on both sides of the window becomes warmer, kinder, and more meaningful.